Hello, everybody. This is Elizabeth Nicolai with the Anchorage Public Library, and I wanted to show you pretty quickly how to get to the ebook collection from World Books. So I'm on our webpage, anchoragelibrary.org, and I'm going to click over here where it says resources. I don't actually click, I just hover, and I'm going to pop down to where it says databases A to Z. I'm going to go ahead and just click this W right here to go straight to World Books, and click right here where it says World Book Encyclopedia. Now I am in the library right now, so it did not ask me to log on. If you are at home, it might ask for your library card and PIN number before this step. Now, as you can see, we'll talk in other tutorials about some of these other options. There's lots of great options, but I'm going to focus today right here on this option that says ebooks. So if I click into that, World Book, in addition to creating lots and lots of great encyclopedias and this online encyclopedia, they also have a lot of really fantastic ebooks. They are also printed as regular books. We have a lot of them on the shelves at Anchorage Public Library, and even more are available online for you. So as you can see, there are a lot of them. I'm going to click into just one of them. Let's click in over here to the Monarchs Butterflies. This is part of the Animals of the World series. At this point, it's telling me I can log in. If you want to create your own World Book account, you can make bookmarks and highlights and notes. That is, however, not necessary. So I'm going to say I will continue. Yes, I don't want to make my own account. So it tells me a little bit more about World Books. This was published in 2015. It's got 65 pages. It's giving me some Lexile level, some AR level. I'm going to go ahead and click and open it. As I said, all of these books are available as print. We've purchased many, but not all of them for APL. So this is exactly how they look as a print book. So we have a title page right here. It's got all of our traditional, this is a 2006 revised printing, 2015. We flipped it into an ebook. It's got all of our fantastic information here. And it's got our monarchs. And as you go through, it's not interactive in that you can't click on all of these different things, but as you go through, it looks just like the books, and you can absolutely read it. If you go up here in this top left column, you've got some options. You do have a table of contents that's clickable here. It was not clickable from this page. I'm using these arrows on the side to switch pages. So it's not clickable from the table of content page, but on the table of contents on the left, I can go to how our butterfly is different from moths. Again, I can make my data is if I've logged in, my highlights, I can highlight if I want. I'm going to highlight that into yellow. That will not be saved again unless I'm logged into my own account. I can make a sticky note. And write my sticky note. So if I clicked here and I wrote a sticky note, I wrote, yay, butterflies, or good for my report. And then I could go back and remember why I wanted to look at that page. So that is essentially how one of their ebooks works. I'm hitting back to bookshelf. If you missed it, there's a little button right here that said back to bookshelf. Again, it's going to tell me about I should log in to save my highlights. One of the things that I really like is if we're up here and we're in this search bar, typically when all of the kids in Alaska or in Anchorage have to do their report on an Alaska Native tribe, we run out of books. There are a lot of really good books on Arctic peoples. So if I was working with a student who was assigned to work with the Inuit, and I just did a search up here in the Inuit, and I hit enter, and I have right here, I have an entire ebook on the Inuit. Yes, I want to continue. I can click that little button and make that go away. And so here we have a book all about the Inuit that I could give to extra people. I'm going to go right back here and go back to our bookshelf. And if I go back, I believe I've got one Arctic people. I'm going to again you can push this arrow or push enter. If you push this arrow, you can narrow it a little bit down, but I'm just going to search. So here we have peoples of the Arctic and subarctic. And again, the book on the Inuit. And so peoples of the Arctic and the subarctic, I'm going to click don't show this message again so it stops popping up. This is a great book. As you can see, this is a 2013 ebook, 2009 from online print. Who are the peoples of the Arctic and the subarctic? And it's going to talk about some of the ancient peoples as well as some of the more current and traditional peoples that have lived. These are great for Alaska specific reports. Click here to go back to the bookshelf. And that is pretty much how you use our ebook collection. As you can see, there's this whole library if you wanted to browse by subject. If we wanted to look at cultures of the world, this is a series that has been produced, and we can read about Australia or ancient Egyptians or ancient Romans. And there are also other ways to search. There are even some world classics, some fiction and literature. A Child's Garden of Verses by Robert Louis Stevens, for example. There are a lot of really good options here. All of these books have to be read online in a browser. You cannot download them. However, there is not the digital rights management that we see with Alaska Digital Library or Hoopla, in that everyone in Anchorage can read the exact same book at the same time. This is not included in the Anchorage School District subscription. So as you work with students, let them know this is an extra thing that they can find out about. Maybe they want to learn about health and human body. And we've got some great social emotional books about being bullied, as well as books about like good food for you. So if we wanted to look at this healthy eating book. And there are ways as you go through to learn how to search by reading level and other things, but we won't go into all that. This is just an introduction about, I want you to know that this is here and this is a really great resource. And a lot of times when you're working with a student who has to have so many book resources and their teacher is still a little bit unsure about databases, this is a really good option because these are books, many of which, like I said, we own on the shelves. They just happen to be ebooks in this case. So that concludes our introduction to World Book ebook, as well as how to get to World Book from the Anchorage Library webpage. If you have any questions, send me an email, give me a phone call, stop by my office, Lusac, second floor. I hope you guys are having a wonderful November. Thank you.